Bienvenidos and welcome to the Salsa con Salsa event. My name is Alex Ruiz and I am your host for today. Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated every year from September 15th to October 15th. Tonight we are going to celebrate and enjoy some salsa dancing and salsa making brought to you by NCTC Alma. NCTC Alma is an employee resource group meant to address systematic oppression by empowering and bringing hope to our undocumented, immigrant, and Latinx communities by building cultural awareness, educating, establishing pathways to success, and providing holistic support. By the 1990s, Mexican food had become one of the top 3 varieties of ethnic cuisine in the United States, and salsa famously surpassed ketchup as the best-selling condiment. So, let's see why.
Hola, bienvenidos a mi cocina. Mi nombre es Araceli. Vamos a mostrar los tipos de chiles o salsas, como le quieran llamar, para celebrar el mes nacional de la herencia hispana. Vamos a empezar con esta salsa. Yo utilizo como unos 8 tomates y el chile serrano. Este chile es un poco picoso. Esto depende al gusto. Le puedes poner muchos. Usando bastantes chiles porque la voy a hacer algo picoso. Aquí le pongo 3 dientes de ajo y eso es lo que vamos a necesitar por ahora. Y vamos a ponerlos en el comal. Hasta que estén bien cocidos. No los volteas. Mientras les quiero comentar cómo es el estado de Zacatecas. Estos chiles, esas salsas se utilizan para tacos, para los nachos, lo que tú quieras. Normalmente lo utilizamos para hacer la salsa. Este es un molcajete que utilizamos en México para hacer la salsa. Es muy tradicional en el país. Tengan cuidado para que no se quemen. Usen una espátula o cualquier cosa. Bueno, aquí vemos que ya los chiles están listos, pero los jitomates les falta un poquito más porque deben de estar bien blandos. Ahorita todavía están un poquito duros, vamos a dejarlos un poquito más y sacamos los chiles. Estamos viendo que los jitomates ya están. Para que ustedes se cercioren que los jitomates ya estén bien cocidos, presionan y si ya los sienten blandos es que ya está. Estos jitomates ya están listos, entonces los quitamos del comal para empezar a hacer la salsa. El siguiente paso, vamos a quitarle la cáscara a los chiles y lo que es a los chiles y los jitomates. El molcajete aquí se hace, se muele el chile con el ajo, pero como les digo, no todos tienen el molcajete, vamos a optar por usar la licuadora. Se van a poner los chiles y los 3 dientes de ajo. Y olvidé mencionarles que también llevan la sal. Es al gusto también. Yo le pongo un punto. Como ven, esto está asado. Entonces se le quita fácilmente la cáscara. También no olviden quitarle el cabito del chile. Igualmente con el jitomate se le va quitando la cascarita, lo que es la piel. Un cuarto de agua, un cuarto de taza de agua en los jitomates y en los chiles que había puesto primero, que estén bien molidos. Y esto para tratar de que quede como un tipo al molcajete, vamos a darle unas pasaditas nomás a lo que es la licuadora, sin molerlo mucho. Así. Ahora le vamos a poner aquí, aunque no lo hicimos ahí, pero como debe de ir. Perfecto. Picoso como la quería. Hay quienes les gusta con el aguacate. A mí soy una de las personas que me gusta agregarle aguacate, porque queda como un tipo guacamole. Bueno, como un tipo salsa, pero con algo de... como un tipo guacamole.
So let's switch gears a little bit. Salsa dance. Salsa is one of the most popular Latin music genres in the world. Originally developed within the Puerto Rican and Cuban communities of New York, salsa draws heavily from the music roots of the Cuban and African Caribbean experience. Its sound is a product of various musical genres, including the Cuban son, guaracha, cha-cha, mambo, bolero, and the Puerto Rican bomba en plena. So let's check out Trio SSS director Nancy Zamora and Joe Rojas from Salsa with Joe and see what sweet dance moves they can show us. So I gotta admit, that last video just showed what I dance like in my head. And there's a reason why I'm the host and Nancy's the one dancing. So if you're like me and you want to get it from your head to the dance floor, contact Joe from Salsa with Joe. Now, I may not be able to show you those moves, but what I can do is show you how to enjoy some chips and salsa. So let's check out our next salsa recipe brought to you by Daisy Garcia, Director of Student Engagement under the Division of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion.
Hola, bienvenidos. ¿Cómo están? Es un placer tenerlos aquí en mi casa. Hi, everyone. Welcome. How are you? It's a pleasure having you in my home. I'm going to teach you how to do a salsa that my mom has always made for me. that I feel like is the best one. Les voy a enseñar una salsa que mi mamá me ha enseñado, que creo que es el más favorito de todas las salsas que ha hecho. Primero, to need a tomato, green tomato, cilantro, un tomate, un tomatillo. Esta receta requiere un jalapeño, un serrano, cuarto de cebolla, ajo y sal. This recipe calls for a jalapeno, a serrano, fourth of an onion, garlic, and salt. But I like mine spicy, and you can never really trust jalapenos whether they're going to be spicy or not. So I have added another serrano. Nunca puede confiar en un jalapeño porque nunca sabe uno si va a estar chiloso o no. So, a mí me gusta picante, so le voy a echar dos serranos en vez de uno. Now that you have the ingredients, you're just going to boil the tomatoes and the peppers. Ahora que tienen los ingredientes, solamente tienen que hervir los tomates y los chiles. Mientras que hierven los ingredientes, les voy a enseñar unos artefactos que tenemos aquí en la casa. While everything's boiling, I'm going to show you all some artifacts that we have in the house. Esta es una réplica de la estela B que se encuentra en Copán, Honduras, hecho por los mayas como eso del siglo VII. This is a replica of Stela B found in Copán, Honduras, made by the Mayans around the 7th century. Ha habido un poco de controversia. There's been a little bit of controversy with the statue because there's a lot of people that believe that right here at the top, these depict elephants. Hay mucha gente que creía que aquí arriba tenían imágenes de elefantes. Gente que sabe de la historia dicen que elefantes no existían en ese tiempo, que en vez de ser el tronco de un elefante, realmente es el pico de un guacamayo. Historians believe that elephants did not exist during that time period. They say that what you think is the trunk of the elephant is actually the beak of a macaw bird. Shelly showed y'all el morcajete, which is really traditional. And this one's just a wood-based mortar and pestle. Ya ve que Shelly les enseñó el morcajete. Este es un mortero hecho de madera. Estos dos contenedores provienen de Argentina. Lo usamos para tomar té mate. Básicamente se pone el té mate, se hierve el agua, luego se mete el agua y se toma el té de estos popotes, o como dicen los hondureños, pajillas, o como dicen los argentinos, bombillas. These containers, y están hechos de calabaza. These containers are from Argentina. We used them to drink té de mate. Basically put the tea in there, boil some water, put the water inside, and then drink from these straws. There's basically probably more than 3 ways to say straw in Spanish. For the most part, Mexicans say paja, I say popote, but it's slang. Hondurans say pajilla, and Argentinians say bombilla. Este anafre viene de Honduras y básicamente se pone carbón caliente adentro del anafre y lo utilizan para poner frijoles con queso o frijoles con crema encima y compartir con la gente en una mesa. This anafre comes from Honduras, and you basically just put hot coals inside, and you put beans and cheese or beans and sour cream on top to share with the table. Put everything else inside the blender, but you make sure that my mom always says that you make sure you put the tomato in first so that it'll start blending the juice first. Mi mamá siempre me dice, asegúrate que esté el tomate adentro primero para que licue el jugo primero. Y luego, como dice mi mamá, le pregunté, ¿cuánta sal le pongo, mom? Y me dijo, pues agarra con tus deditos. Like my mom said, when I asked her how much salt I should put in it, she's like, well, just grab it with your fingers. So I'm just putting salt and we'll check later. That's going to be bien chiloso. It's so good. Está bien rico. Ojalá que han disfrutado del evento y que han aprendido algo. I hope you guys have enjoyed the event so far and that you've learned something. It's been a pleasure from my house to your house. Ha sido un placer de mi casa a su casa. I was dumping the salsa from the blender in a new container, a bigger container, and look what I found. The jalapeno said, "Not today."
Real quick, we're going to go to a student fact video about voting.
During National Hispanic Heritage Month, the U.S. government celebrates the countless contributions of more than 60.6 million Hispanic Americans to our culture and society. Hispanic Americans are the largest minority group in the United States today, and generations of Hispanic Americans have consistently helped make our country strong and prosperous and are continuing to expand. This is why it is important to vote and make sure we are represented in the decisions that are made in this country. Visit vote.nctc.edu to find out when and where to vote with pride.
That was a message from Jesus Sanchez, one of our TRIO SSS students. Thank you, Jesus. Avoid the lines on election day and vote early from October 13th to October 30th. Like Jesus said, you can visit the NCTC website for more information, or you can consult your county's elections website for your information on your nearest polling location. Now, let's get back to learning how to dance so we can burn off some of the calories from these chips.
Y bienvenidos. My name is Nancy Zamora, and I am the director for the TRIO Student Support Services Program at North Central Texas College. And I am here with my friend Joe, who is going to teach us a little bit of salsa dancing to get us just excited about Hispanic Heritage Month. Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey guys, this is Jairo, also known by Joe, from Salsa with Joe. Me and my brother, we started this community back in 2015. It's been great. We started at a restaurant doing lessons, events there. We transitioned from there to the Civic Center to do classes. Now we are at the studio where we host our classes currently. Due to the pandemic, we had to go online, but now lately we've been able to go back to the studio, do our events again. Not all the events that we have, Salsa Descent, which is fun. It's outdoors. So yeah, we got that going on right now. And then thanks to the classes and stuff, that's how I met Nancy. She was taking my lessons, so we became friends along the way. And now I'm here to teach you guys some of the salsa steps, right?
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get started, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, so we're going to be facing this way, and then just follow us, okay? Are you ready? Okay, let's go. So, basic steps, forward, back, side to side. We go 5, 6, 7. We start with the left on 1, on 2 in place, 2, back on 3 with the left, then with the back in place, together. We go forward, in place, together, back in place, together, and 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6. Picking up your feet, step, 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 6, 7, 1, 2, and 3. 5 and stop. Now we do the side step. We start with the left. 5, 6, 7. We go 1, 2, and 3. 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, and 3. 5, 6, and 7. Picking up your feet. 2 and 3. We step, 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 step. 5. One more time. And 1, 2, and 3. And 5, 6, and 7. Basic steps, forward, back, side to side. We go 5, 6, 7. We start with the left on 1, on 2 in place, 2. Back on 3 with the left, then with the back in place, together. We go forward, in place, together. Back in place, together. And 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6. Picking up your feet, step, 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 6, 7. 1, two, and three, 5, and stop. Now we do the side step. We start with the left. 5, 6, 7. We go 1, 2, and 3, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, and 3, 5, 6, and 7. Picking up your feet. 2 and 3. We step, 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 step. 5. One more time. And 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6, and 7. Okay, there you have it. Those are your basic steps. Doing it with no partner work. So we, as you notice, we go the same direction. But yep. Now.
So I hope y'all were able to learn some amazing dance moves from that. Real quick, I just want to give y'all a good cultural fact. There's no doubt that our Hispanic ancestors have brought spice to American food and styles of dancing, but they have also made many contributions to our society as well. For example, Rayanne Silva of Mexican, Portuguese, and Irish descent invented the beauty blender. Victor Ochoa of Mexican descent patented the electric brake for cars. And Luis von Ahn of Guatemalan descent created Duolingo. So, while you're looking up some more info about those, why don't we enjoy another recipe from Chile?
Ahora vamos a empezar la siguiente salsa. Esta es diferente. Esta no la vamos a asar, la vamos a cocer. Vamos a utilizar tomatillos. Vamos a quitarles la cáscara. Vamos a utilizar 4 dientes de ajo, chiles de árbol, como unos 15 chiles de árbol y 4 verdes que son los serranos. Después de haberle quitado la cáscara a los tomates, los lavamos todos, juntamos todo para cocerlos. Con suficiente agua para que se cosan bien. Esperamos unos 15 o 20 minutos, creo que estén en ese tiempo. Aquí vemos que ya están listos los tomates y los chiles. Ya cuando adquieren este color, es que ya está. Le agregas un poco de agua, de la misma agua caliente, para poder molerlas y que quede en la salsa. Y olvidé también mencionarles el cilantro, pero hoy se lo vamos a ponérselo, pero ya hasta que lo licuamos. Bueno, terminamos con la salsa. Vamos a picarle cilantro. Y poquita cebolla al gusto. Se le agrega la salsa. Utilizar para tacos, es mejor en tacos que en los chips. Nos quedó un color rojo, pero es muy diferente el sabor. Esto ha sido todo. Aquí tenemos bueno, ahorita van a ser 3 tipos de chile porque a este le incluimos el aguacate, ya que da el sabor diferente. Este es el que no tiene aguacate, que lo puedes utilizar. Pues los dos se utilizan para los chips y este es también rojo, pero se utiliza como para tacos. Es como que le da un poquito más sabor a cilantro, la cebolla. Es muy diferente. Gracias al grupo Alma y al North Central Texas College. Provecho.
Gracias, señora Leos, por esas recetas tan ricas. Thank you, señora Leos, for those amazing recipes. It's almost time to get back up and move, but first I have a question for y'all. Do y'all have the Uber Eats app? Because I'm about to place my chips and salsa order. So while I'm waiting for that, why don't y'all enjoy some more dancing with Nancy and Joe?
Now we're gonna do it with partner work. So what's gonna change for the ladies? This is a close position. Ladies, you're gonna go back on 1 and then right on side step. So you do the opposite of what we do. So we go 1, 2, and 3, 5, 6, and 7. Make sure you smile. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now we do the side step basic. 1, 2, and 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, and 7. Okay. And there you have it.
Yay!
Those are your basic steps. Make sure you practice. And so, yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting North Central Texas College for Hispanic Heritage Month. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want to follow Salsa Joe on Facebook, go for it. You'll learn some more about salsa dancing and the events and classes that they hold. Thank you. Adios.
Adios.
Todo el mundo se pregunta quién es Topanga o qué cosa es.
Well, now that you've learned how to do some of those great dance moves, I hope you get to practice them. And don't forget to follow @Salsa with Joe over on Facebook and Instagram. So real quick, you may be wondering why Hispanic Heritage Month starts on September 15th. Now that day is significant because it's the anniversary of independence for the Latin American countries of Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. In addition, Mexico and Chile celebrate their independence days on September 16th and September 18th, respectively. Now, because we're just a little extra, we have to make some guacamole. So let's see what Becca Sanchez, NCTC Tech Hire Manager, has for us.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for Salsa con Salsa. We are going to jump right in now and make some green chili guacamole. Okay, so I already diced up much of the avocado to start, and I just wanted to leave half of one to talk about how to get the seed out and kind of a quick, easy tip on how to get it started so you're not having to mash as much. So if you have your avocado cut in half, you can just gently stab your seed, twist it, and it'll pop right out. And then you can take another knife or something else and just pop it off of this knife. Then I'm usually using a pretty sharp knife to cut the avocado. So I'll turn it around to where I'm using the back of it, and I'll slice the avocado. And I don't use the other side because it's too sharp and it'll cut right through that skin. But if you do it like this and then just kind of squeeze it and pop it out, it's already diced. So it just makes it a little bit easier to mash up. I also, on the side that has the stem, I kind of don't squeeze as hard on that end so that I don't get that little piece in there. Now I have all of my avocado here, and then I just start adding my ingredients. And a lot of this I don't measure, a lot of it's to taste, and I know that that's not very helpful when you're watching a recipe. However, it kind of depends on certain things. For example, I use sea salt, and this particular one is pretty mild. It's a finely ground sea salt, and so sometimes it takes a little bit more of that. But if I was using another type of salt, it might take a little bit less. So it really just depends. With the pepper, same thing. I'm using a 3-blend peppercorn. So it's a little bit milder than if I were using black peppercorn. So it takes a little bit more. And so I'll pour that in there. Some garlic. I just diced up the garlic cloves and then smashed them to make them a little bit more of a paste. And just dump that in there. And so with that right there and a little bit of lime juice, this will help keep it fresh and give it a little bit of a zest. And then I'll just start mashing that up. And I just use a couple of forks. You can use whatever, if you have like a mashed potato masher or refried beans, something like that, that's pretty easy as well. And just mash it all up. You can leave it a little bit chunky if you like it a little bit chunkier. For dip, I do like to leave it a little bit chunky. And then I do have some more ingredients I want to put in, but I didn't really want to mash those up as much. So I have some cilantro, and depending on who's over and having this, we will use it or not, because not everybody in my family likes it. And tomatoes, same thing. I'm not a huge tomato fan, but my husband loves tomatoes, so we do like to put tomatoes in there. And then the one thing that has a little bit of a twist this time is New Mexico green chili. If you've never had this, it is amazing. It is, to me, the best flavor in the world. If I had to eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would be this. This is grown in Hatch, New Mexico. It's the only place in the world that it grows. And you can get it once a year in the fall season for a few months. You can get it for about a month here in Texas. If you go to Colorado or New Mexico, you can get it for about 3 months. So you buy it once in the year and then you freeze it and it lasts you throughout the year. This is hot. It comes in mild, medium, hot, and very hot. Very hot's really tiny and really hard to peel. So we buy the hot. It comes roasted if you go to Central Market or to Whole Foods, they'll roast it there for you, and you buy it like 20 to 30 gallon or pound boxes, and peel it, bag it, freeze it for the year, and you can cook it in a lot of dishes or add it to your salsas or your guacamole, and it's just adds a great flavor, a lot of heat if that's what you're looking for. And so mix it all up. And there it is.
Well, that is all we have for you. Thank you so much to everyone for attending our virtual Hispanic Heritage Celebration. A huge thanks to everyone that helped out with making this event possible. Nancy Zamora, Joe Rojas from Salsa with Joe. Don't forget to follow him. Becca Sanchez, Araceli Leos, Daisy Garcia for giving us a taste of our culture. Special thanks to Axel Leos and Danae Mitchell for helping make this possible. Now, if any of you students are interested in joining the Latino Leadership Council, please email studentlife@nctc.edu. The first meeting will be held October 22nd at noon. Thank you so much once again. I have been your host, Alex Ruiz. I hope you enjoyed the recipes, the dancing. Go forth, try them out, and let us know how it works out for you.